Hello?
Hello, this is Chauncey.
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Lori from Patient Experience with ASPIRUS. You had called and left a message for us to call you. What can I help you with?
It seems that I can't get any real medical care when I go in. The things that Bobby Martin or Marvin did were kind of uncalled for, and then this has been going on for like 20 years. Shannon Villeneuve, I used to see her a while ago. The thing is she sent me to the lab constantly to try to get me on cholesterol meds. I told her I was dying, and I couldn't take them because they made me feel like I was dying. And then I think I tried a second one, and it still felt like I was dying. And so I stopped taking it. And then I told her I don't want to go to this lab anymore for this test. And at the same time, I had all these lesions on my back, which is why I was going in there. So she tried to send me to the lab again on our last visit. And and I asked her, I told her I didn't want to go, and I asked her, can you scrape these lesions on my back and tell me what they are? It's very painful, and I want to figure out what's wrong with me, and I want to get rid of them. And she laughed me out of her office. And I explained to her that it took all these times coming in for me to work up the nerve to ask her. And she laughed me out of her office. And that was 15 or 13 or 12 years ago, something like that. And for like 12 years, I didn't see a doctor. And I have had no problems with my heart. None. There was absolutely no need for her to ever even try to put me on cholesterol meds. My blood pressure is fine. My cholesterol is fine. So fast forward to now, and I'm seeing Bobby Marvin because I have all these stomach problems, and I keep on going to the emergency room. And I come in, and I try to talk to her about it, but she changes the subject to vaccines. And after I tell her that I don't want a vaccine, my parents are vaccine injured, I get back on the subject, and she tells me that I need to bring my poop in to get ivermectin. I asked her for ivermectin 3 times. You don't screen before you give ivermectin. It's safe. So, and then she said instead of ivermectin or some other medicine, which I begged her for, to try something so I could alleviate what's going on, she said I could have a colonoscopy instead, which if you have any thought of having parasites in you, a colonoscopy becomes very dangerous. And is statistically, without parasites, is safe. It's as safe as the ivermectin, but it becomes very dangerous if there's something else wrong with you. You would want to do the cleanse anyways. And I can't eat beef or meat or cheese anymore. And I went to their lab, and it came back negative for alpha-gal, and this has been going on for 20 years. Any lab that I've ever asked for has come back negative. So I don't know what a person has to do to actually get medical care, but I've looked into it, and ivermectin is safer than aspirin. It's safer than Tylenol statistically. And I don't understand why ASPIRUS gets to stand in between me and getting medication and getting medical help. You have all billed me for this. I have received absolutely no medical care from those 2 people. In fact, Shannon shouldn't be in healthcare. She should lose her job for what she's done. This is all over a prescription for ivermectin too. I was willing to forgive everything, but now for 20 plus years of the absolute worst medical care a person can receive, I think that you do this to everybody. I don't think there's a special note in my notes to tell me or to tell somebody to mistreat me. I want all my information from you. I want to know every corporation, entity, or person that you sent my HIPAA information to and the information that was sent. I want all recorded calls to me, from me, or about me, or in regards to me. All medical records from ASPIRUS. I want every single one, every single note, all administrative letters, and all billing, all Medicare, Medicaid billing, every single bill you ever sent out.
Okay, I can have leadership look at that. And can you spell the medication you're looking for? I'm not familiar with what medication you're asking for.
Ivermectin.
How do you spell that?
You are asking me to spell ivermectin?
I'm going blank. I've
So
never heard
is
of
me
that
spelling
medication.
ivermectin, is this whole thing hinging on whether I can spell this or not? Because before it was hinged on whether I brought my poop in or not. And I already know that the labs are false. Your labs are bad. They go right in the garbage. The care that I've received from Bobby Martin alone is completely, utterly awful. She is very lazy. She's not willing to look into anything. She changes the subject of the thing that I come in for over and over again. Shannon did the same thing. So do you want me to spell ivermectin for you?
Because I'm sorry, I'm going blank. I just want to have all the documentation correct, and I don't want to spell. I'm going blank. I don't even know how to spell it. So for me to write the proper notes, I need your help. Sorry.
You can spell ivermectin however you wish. How would I know how to spell ivermectin if I have no access to ivermectin?
Well, I apologize. I don't even know what medication it is.
It's used to treat malaria. It's used to treat yellow fever. There was a Nobel Peace Prize given for it, for the creation of it, and it's very common.
Okay,
it's extremely common.
I finally found the spell. Okay, I'm sorry. I've never heard of it, so I figured it out. I had a missed letter, so that's why I couldn't find it. Okay.
My heart is in the best health that you could possibly imagine. I can walk for as long as I want. I don't ever get winded. So what Shannon is doing is putting people on cholesterol medication and blood pressure medication that quite possibly don't need it. And if you looked into that, you might find that the patients that didn't need to take that stuff that took it, they had a drop in their health, a gain in their weight.
Okay, I can have leadership. So resolution, what resolution would you like from this?
Can I get a prescription for ivermectin? Can I get a prescription for ivermectin?
Okay.
This is what this is all about. And you've blocked me from the most basic things. Here, I want to read this to you. Jeff Wicklander, Will Weeder, Mike Walters, Jenny Redmond Schell, Jim Matheson, Michael Holitzer, Connie Bradley, Eric Anderson, Matthew Haywood. How much Medicare, Medicaid money do I have to spend to get some medication? I expect a call from all of these people. And if not, I have all their information.
Okay. You should hear something within a week, okay?
Within a week? Okay. Maybe I'll be dead in a week. You know, if somebody has a parasitic infection and it goes untreated, like it's 100% casualty rate. and I was denied one of the most safest drugs on the face of the earth. And I'm still in pain, and my problem hasn't gone away. I have received absolutely no medical attention whatsoever or care. And every time I see somebody at ASPIRUS, it is a horror show. Did you get a lot of calls like this?
No, you're the first.
I'm the first that has ever complained about not being able to get medicine.
Yep.
They're probably doing this to everybody. I've been to the emergency room like 6, 7 times. I went to the emergency room on my birthday and I told Bobby about it, and I asked her if she would look into it because they did a bunch of tests, and she said no. Flat out. Is that how you treat patients at ASPIRUS Health?
No. And it looks like my record said you haven't been in to see anyone since October. Was your last visit with Bobby?
I will never have another visit with Bobby. After this call, I'm going to call United Health. I'm going to complain about you guys.
Okay.
And I'm very deeply considering canceling my insurance. So, and as soon as I called this switchboard, you know what I got? I got a bunch of Medicaid calls, third-party scam Medicaid calls. So that's why I want my HIPAA information, and that's why I want to know who you send my info to and what information of mine do you send to them.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And I'm revoking all your HIPAA rights for me. You never have my permission ever, ever, ever again to send somebody my information except for me.
Okay.
Matthew Haywood makes $4.2 million a year. He lives right in Wausau.
Okay.
This is over a prescription. When you talk to these fucking people, you tell them that this is over a prescription, and tell them that I've had the worst treatment ever. And if I don't get a call from these people, I will eventually speak to them. Every single one of them. Every single one on that list, I will see and speak to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Bye.